Rusame reader, Crow Song! And today I will be reading to you from Black Coffee by MysterySaviour. Now, on to Act 2, Chapter 31. I spy with my little eye something that begins with S. New Zealand stared at the two countries in the front seats. Is it sexual tension? I like this girl, Morningstar grinned, sitting on the dashboard with her shoulders through the windshield as though she hadn't a care in the world, that she was basically a ghost. Oh, hardy har, America commented, to both his sister and Morning, poking his tongue out at New Zealand through the rearview mirror, causing his younger sister to chuckle. What do you mean? Russia asked Kiwi, raising an eyebrow and swiveling to look at her from his front seat. You know what she means, Belarus purred, her eyes darting over to America before returning to Russia to wink at him. Russia groaned with a slight blush, and America just laughed. Yeah, you know what she means, Ruski. I can't believe, of all the countries I have to be stuck with on this road trip, it had to be you three. I'm gonna enjoy these next few hours, Russia Bear. Russia narrowed his eyes at the American driver. Don't push your luck, Russia growled, holding up his fingers. I'm about this close to throwing you out of the car. America glanced over. Your fingers are touching. Exactly. You're not going to make it out of here alive, USA. Thanks for that. Really needed the extra understanding of what he meant. Anytime, Morningstar teased. The answer was the sun, Poland muttered, holding his chin in his hand. New Zealand sighed, leaning back and getting comfortable as Belarus curled into her side. This is gonna be a long ride. So, how long have you two lovebirds been dating, A few weeks. A few weeks? Britain scoffed, tapping the steering wheel. Back in my day, the first woman you met was your wife on the spot, and you two have been dating for a few weeks? Unbelievable. United Kingdom! Uh-oh, she used my full name. Britain chuckled, seemingly not threatened, even though underneath his clever facade, he was sweating like a fluffy dog on a hot summer's day. Honestly, Britain, were you even disciplined at all? France asked, lightly whacking her husband's arm, glancing behind her at Ukraine apologetically. Britain literally sighed in relief when the focus was shifted off of him, trying to hide it with a very fake-sounding cough. I'm so sorry about him. He has no filter at all these days. Probably his old age. Hey! Low blow! That's all right. Neither do my dad's. Ukraine chuckled, shifting in her seat. Germany sat awkwardly between Canada and Ukraine as a means to separate them, as per Britain's request. He was really starting to regret agreeing to this trip. Sure, sharing a room with Poland at the lake house would be lovely. Exciting even. but the ride over almost made the end result almost completely ineffectual. How about we play I Spy? Canada suggested, punctuating his sentence with a nervous laugh. Ukraine leant forward in order to see her boyfriend properly, as she frowned. You know I'm bad at that game. I know, but it was the first thing I could think of. Besides, it's fun to play. It's not all about winning. Ukraine raised an eyebrow. Of course it's about winning. That's the whole point of a game. France and Britain shared a look, while Germany sat in the sad sack of the middle seat and wished he were never born. The point of a game is to have fun. Or, well, that's what Mexico always says. Canada added the last bit sheepishly. Ukraine just looked confused. I guess you're right. I don't know. What else does Mexico say? Just stuff. What stuff? I want to hear it. The Slavic nation prodded with curiosity, tilting her head, causing a flower petal to gently float to the floor of the car. Well, he has a motto. What is it? Good decisions don't make good stories. Canada smiled as he formed the words, a memory clearly flitting around in his mind, brought forth by the familiarity of the phrase. Once he said it to me right before he launched himself over a wall May had made out of Legos and tackled him and smooshed a taco all over his face, screaming, "That's what you get for calling me Taco." Canada stage whispered the yelling part, shaking his fist dramatically and laughing after he said it. Ukraine giggled and nodded. He sounds nice. I'd like to meet him. Canada blushed, looking away. Maybe don't. Now his girlfriend was confused again. What? Why? He doesn't take too kindly to strangers. Oh, Ukraine mumbled distantly. I see. The car drowned in silence, the only sound breaking through being the rumble of an engine and the slight tearing of the asphalt of the road beneath them. So, Germany began awkwardly, immediately regretting his choice to speak as 4 pairs of eyes flitted over to him. All of the moisture in his mouth dissipated and seemingly migrated to his hands as his palms began to become slick with sweat. Who wants to take up that game of I Spy Canada mentioned earlier? God, he wished Poland were here. Is it road? Nope. Robin? 9. Rooster? Nazi looked at his husband with disbelief. Dear, do you see a rooster anywhere? Oh, I know! Australia exclaimed, bouncing up and down in her car seat, much to the dismay of her seatbelt. Race car! The one we saw before we got on the highway. Yeah, Nazi confirmed, clapping his hands together enthusiastically as Australia cheered in the back seat. You need to up your game there, Sylvie. Sylvie, Nazi and USSR's son, crossed his arms, pouting solemnly at being beaten. He would have thrown a tantrum had his papa not been there to scold him. You're very good at this game, Ozzy, Kazakhstan marveled, calling Australia by her nickname like she had requested him to before the journey began. Where did you learn to know such things? Australia giggled at Kazakhstan's broken English, although not in a mean way, more of an, "Aw, thank you for trying to learn something new even though it's hard," kind of way. Canada likes to play it all the time when we would go on road trips, and so I got fast. Fascinating! Kazakhstan grinned, his eyes sparkling with wonder. He was almost like a child trapped in an older country's body, something Australia could relate to quite a bit. Thanks, Kazo! Australia turned to Sophie, who was skulking on her side, and jabbed him in the side, making him shoot her the stink eye, although the corners of his mouth twisted into an almost smile. Don't worry, mate. I'm up next, and I'm sure you'll get this one. You're the best there is. No, I'm not, Sylvie grumbled. You sure as hell are, Squirt. I hadn't had to put up this much of a fight since the Emu War. You're some hard competition. A small smile made its way onto the boy's lips, and Australia grinned. USSR smiled over to his husband, who returned it, reaching down to grasp USSR's hand in his own, and gently kissing his red knuckles where the wedding band was, causing the taller to laugh and stare at him lovingly for as long as he could, without crashing into someone. I spy with my little eye something beginning with P. Paint? Nope. Panties? Nazi gasped at his innocent-looking 7-year-old in horror, and the other three in the car fought off the urge to laugh. Who taught you that word? Russia said it once while he was hanging out with America, Sophie smiled, clearly not seeing what he did wrong. Australia quickly sent Russia a warning text as Nazi fumed in the front seat. Oh, that boy is so grounded when we get there. Kotya, how are you going to ground him? We'll be at a lake house, Soviet asked his husband gently. Kotya roughly translates to kitten in Russian. A mother always finds a way. And that's the end of this chapter. I hope you enjoyed. Anyway, I'd like to invite you to join the Discord, which is linked down in the description. That being said, I hope you have a nice rest of your day, night, or whatever it is for you. Just enjoy your time. And I will see you tomorrow.